News Channel in Central Ohio.
Good afternoon. A miraculous landing this morning by a pilot who lost both engines on his small plane and then managed to put it down in a field surrounded by power lines.
It happened just before 5 this morning near Sunbury and Morse Road.
And in spite of the fact that it was a dangerous belly landing, the pilot walked away from the wreckage with barely a scratch. Dave Summers has more.
Columbus, Seneca 34 Hotel, Mayday, Mayday.
Columbus, turn right heading 180, vectors Port Columbus, say your intentions and emergency.
I have lost both engines. I can't seem to regain them. I'm probably going to have to go down out here somewhere.
Somewhere was the only empty dark spot on the ground 48-year-old pilot Don Hepler could see at 1,000 feet.
I had no idea there were wires there, poles there, or anything. All I was doing was aiming for a flat spot that was no lights, no houses.
Unbelievable.
Unbelievable
That
landing.
is exactly the right word.
What he couldn't see were the utility poles and wires, the same wires this plane actually threaded. He cleared those okay, but not the poles. The Seneca Piper's right wing was sheared off, just missing a fuel tank.
That's as close as I want to get to the gas tank.
Hepler's been flying planes since he was 16 years old, and he's never crashed. But he knew enough not to put the landing gear down. That could have caused the plane to flip over. The quick decision probably saved his life. Hepler was heading to his hometown, Marion, Ohio, to pick up business passengers and then fly them to South Carolina. While that trip is canceled, Hepler isn't grounded for good. He'll likely fly back today.
That's what we're trained to do. You know, it's just one of those things that happens. That's life.
Dave Summers, News 4, Columbus.
Of hours behind the yoke, still he says it was the first time in 32 years of flying that he's had to make an emergency landing.
I'm a very, very fortunate person, very lucky. I was trained well, and it paid off when it had to.
It's the first time you had a forced landing.
Yes, it is. And I decided I didn't like it.
Hepler wasn't hurt at all. Neither was anyone on the ground, and there were no passengers on the plane. The FAA and the Franklin County Sheriff's Office are investigating.